KSI's event has ended. He destroyed Swarmz and he destroyed the pro boxer. We'll talk about his fights in a minute. I gotta say, the undercards for this event stole the show. There were some amazing undercards that we have to talk about. First of all, let's talk about the Saltapi fight. Saltapi came out and annihilated Andy Warski in like seconds. The quickest knockout of the night. He looks dangerous. Saltapi could even be a contender to fight KSI. I think that would be a fucking sick matchup. I think KSI would not make light work of Saltapi. I think Saltapi is 10 times harder than any of the opponents KSI fought tonight, because let's be honest, they were bums. I rate the two fights in one night, the idea of it, the entertainment aspect of it, but Swarmz almost did better than the pro boxer. Definitely had more heart than the pro boxer, that's for sure. The Saltapi fight, definitely an honorable mention, was a great knockout. Then we had the Sensei versus King Kenny, and surely King Kenny, coming off his controversial decision against Temper, overturned. He got the win on the day, but Faze Temper clearly won the fight and got robbed. Faze Temper then got the win. King Kenny lost his fight to Faze Sensei, hands down. It was Sensei's fight, and somehow they gave King Kenny the decision again. He has robbed 2 Faze members of their glory at fight night. Now, it's not his fault, obviously. It's the judges who are blind as fucking shit, who clearly can't score a fight, because I don't know what they were watching to score Kenny up. One of the judges had Kenny up by 2 points. That was a joke. I'm sure that will get overturned. Even King Kenny made a tweet joking about it. I think it will. It deserves to be overturned, because Sensei definitely won that fight. That shit was rigged. And then after that, Deji versus Fousey. Deji finally got his first win.
The pocket still thrown. And they're going to throw the towel is in. Deji's won.
And there you have it. Deji walks away with his.
First of all, fair play to Deji. Me and him don't like each other, but I have to say, he looked great. Way more improved, way more skilled. His punches were accurate. His defense was great. I predicted that it would be great still, because we saw glimpses of that in the Wasabi fight. Fousey was a disappointment that night. He was the same fighter as the one who fought Slim. He was the same guy, not really throwing many punches, letting himself get hit. He wasn't agile, didn't have much defense. It was a bit of a punching bag for Deji, and Deji made light work of it. A lot of people had Fousey winning. I thought Fousey would win. I thought he was driven. His weight loss, his comeback, his discipline. I don't know. It seemed like Deji's track record spoke for itself, but he broke the curse today. So fair play to Deji there. And after that, the biggest upset of the night, by far, Faze Temper versus Slim. This, for me, is my fight of the night. People are saying the Deji fight, but this was the most competitive fight. 2 guys who at the start of the fight were going at it. I wrote Slim off completely, but their skill level was similar. They were boxing each other pretty well, throwing some nice shots, Temper and Slim going at it. And then Slim just turned up the heat and knocked Faze Temper the fuck out of the highlight reels. And that's why it was my fight of the night as well. It was a great fight, and it ended in pretty spectacular fashion. So, for me, I have to give that the fight of the night. It was a great fight. Slim really did prove that he does have knockout power. I didn't believe it, because he was knocking out bums in Dubai and people no one heard of. So I was like, yeah, these people just aren't good or don't really fight. But, man, did he prove a point today and really showed that he has that power. He could be another potential for KSI. KSI could also try and fight Slim. That would be a good fight. Personally, would rather see the Saltapi fight, just because I think Saltapi has the edge. I think he's a bit of a better boxer, has more skill and power for sure. But I wouldn't be too mad if KSI vs Slim was an event in the future. And then, after that, we have to move on to KSI versus the pro boxer. And I won't sugarcoat this. Even KSI's own fans in my chat were saying it was an absolute joke. It was an embarrassing fight to watch, not for any fault of KSI's at all. But the way the pro boxer was acting, he was like such a twat. He was getting uppercutted punches landing clean on the chin, and he starts complaining about the back of his head like some dumb twat. Clearly didn't want to be there. He barely threw a fucking punch. He was so boring. Clearly he was there for a quick paycheck. His boxing record spoke for itself. I said it in the lead up. He was a bum, and he proved to be even bigger bum than anyone could have dreamed of, because all he did was complain and made that final fight shit. He made it anticlimactic. It wasn't a good fight to watch. It went to the third round unbelievably. I thought KSI was going to finish him after he rocked him hard in the first round, but you know, all his antics and playing around caused the fight to prolong when it really didn't need to. I wish KSI sparked him out for all them stupid antics he was pulling, to be honest. The guy who's learned boxing in 2 weeks showed way more heart than this pro boxer ever could. It was embarrassing, man. It was so shit. KSI's opponents tonight were complete mismatches. And you realise it more when you're watching the event, when you're watching guys like Slim and Temper fight, Sensei and Kenny, where these guys are fighting people who are actually challenging them and are competitive. So for KSI, it is a bit disappointing because we don't really get to see much of what he's been working on. He didn't get to showcase himself. Even True Geordie said after the fight, he's like, I can't really gauge how good you've got because your fights were so easy. Like, there were two bums. Swarmz, a guy who hadn't boxed in 2 weeks, and a pro boxer who is an absolute joke. He's no pro. Anyone can become a pro boxer. It doesn't mean you're a sick boxer. That guy proves it, man. Look at him. Absolute disgrace. This is how influencer boxing should be done. KSI's team has put on a great event. I really enjoyed it with DAZN. Straight to the point. No bullshit. No stupid performances everywhere. Just fighting. And the best thing is, the 2018 vibes of all the undercards being YouTubers, influencers, people we actually care about. Rather than Jake Paul's fight, when I'm watching it, I'm fucking falling asleep during the undercards. Apart from when Amanda Serrano started fighting on him. Other than that, it's like, no, man. I want to watch influencer boxing. I want to watch influencers fighting where all night I can tweet out about it. All night, everyone on Twitter is all they're talking about is that event and all the fights because everyone cares about the influencers and everything like that. It's so much more fun. This is how it should be. I hope KSI and Misfits Boxing keep up this side of influencer boxing where it is just centered around influencers mainly. Bringing back them 2018 KSI vs Logan Paul vibes, man. That's what it needs. It was very refreshing to have it again, and fair play to that team. It was really, really good event. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The stream was great with all you guys. Had a blast. The whole event was still good. £13 was a good deal. Did not feel like I got ripped off. And imagine paying $50 for Jake Paul's fight where all you're paying for is that one fight. It's bullshit. So yeah, that's about it. That's the wrap up. What did you guys think? Rigged fights, knockouts, some pro boxer antics. It was all there. It was a great night. And yeah, what did you think? Was KSI's fights too easy? Would you rather he had a harder fight? Or are you just ready now to see him fight again soon? Let me know down below. Who do you reckon his new opponent should be? I think Austin McBroom's a good one for now. Saltapi as well, Slim. But Austin McBroom would, I think, be a really great fight. But yeah, that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, fuck off.